Hi there. Decided to do a live video today. I'm going to talk about a few different things. The first is, let me just get this guy off. The first thing is that I'm getting towards the end of the workbook of Course in Miracles, and about a month out from starting the course again from the very beginning. So I wanted to just let anyone and everyone know who might be interested that we will be starting to read and discuss the course again, and hopefully getting deeper this time around. I've already done it once now. This will be the first time once we're done the workbook. And we also went through the supplements. So we went through the text, the workbook, the manual, the supplements, right? The Song of Prayer and psychotherapy supplements, and we will be doing it again. And I also want to continue to do videos talking about different aspects of ACIM as well, and getting, I hope, closer to not only helpful material that's going to be helpful to you in your spiritual journey and spiritual process, but also help in getting clear about what ACIM really is. And if the only thing that we do is ask better questions, that might be enough, right? And I think what ACIM ultimately is doing is helping us to question our own answers, right? To bring to spirit, to let's say to uncover our own unconscious beliefs, and to bring to light the things that are interfering with our own inner peace, with our own joy, etc., etc. So we will continue in that process. I think one thing we could talk about is, I think it's a big and it's a challenging, controversial topic, but we might want to talk about too where we can go wrong with the study of A Course in Miracles. Not that I have the final answer to that question, but we can at least start to talk about ways in which we can misuse the material, and maybe thinking that we're using it correctly. Lots to say about that one, but I want to talk about a book, a children's book. I should have it in front of me, but it's with my 6-year-old. He started to read this book. We started to read a book together, and it's about Danny, who has superpowers. Who you might have seen this book. It's a series of books about this kid named Danny who has superpowers, and the main superpower is the power to choose. And the way the book is done is that if Danny, like the child who is reading the book, can choose what Danny is going to do. So Danny can either choose a helpful course of action, or he can choose an unhelpful or a course of action which is going to get him mired in more problems. And so the way the book works is that if you choose the less helpful alternative or course of action for Danny, he will have his day will go not as well. And I just wanted to talk about it because it's basically what the course is saying as well, is that we do have the power to choose, and we can always choose between the loving way to go, the wise way to go, the um, the helpful way to go, the thoughtful, caring way to go, or we can choose the one that's based in fear and based in egoic separation. And if we choose the ego, our day will not be as good, and until we go back to where we made the wrong decision, made the wrong choice. And after a while, we start to realize that if we want our day to go better, then we have to consistently make choices out of love and not out of fear. And so the book really is a very good book, and my son really likes this book. This is the other thing is he really likes the book. It's very well done, and I should get the book to show it to you. But maybe I'll do it in another video. But I think the book is really really brings it to life, brings what the course is saying to life. Um, I want to also mention that we will be offering some yoga trainings this year. We have one that's scheduled for September and October. We actually have two. We have a 200-hour yoga training and a 300-hour yoga training. These are Yoga Alliance registered trainings. They are to help those who want to teach yoga or who just want to really dive into yoga more deeply and learn yoga. Um, so I don't see anyone coming on. I wasn't expecting too many people to come on with not very much notice, but this will be something you can watch later. Um, I've done these trainings since 2006. Have a lot of experience doing these trainings all over the world. If you would like more information, let me know. I will also put the link to the yoga trainings in the description here, or you can go to rootsandwings.love is the website that we use, www.rootsandwings.love. Um, we're on the Big Island. That's where I am right now, the Big Island of Hawaii. Aloha, and what else can we say? Um, I would love to hear from you what A Course in Miracles has been doing for you, how you have been finding it. Has it been challenging for you? Um, have you been? Is it smooth sailing for you? Is it challenging? Is it frustrating? Um, are these videos helping you that I've been doing? Let me know how. I would love your feedback. Is the music the reason I started to do the music every time with the lessons? I think it's a good way to do it actually. But got some comments about doing more music, so I decided to start doing the music with lessons. Um, I'm going to do another lesson today, a little later today. Lesson 334, I believe, in the workbook. So we only have 30 more lessons. That's one reason I'm giving you the heads up here, is that we have 30 more lessons, and going to start again, start going through it again. I think what I want to ask anyone who wants to chime in is, what is your biggest question as far as A Course in Miracles goes? Um, do you do A Course in Miracles? And here are my questions for you. Do you do A Course in Miracles exclusively, or are you doing other spiritual paths as well? Um, and what got you into A Course in Miracles? How did you get into it? What made you want to really engage with it. And what do you want to know more about it? Where do you feel like your understanding of it is lacking, or where would you like to um, shore up some of your um, the holes in your knowledge of what it is? And do you think you fully understand it, or is something that you're still learning, still trying to understand? I think all of us probably are still trying to understand what it is, and you know what it means for us, and is it really the means for awakening, or what is it really? Uh, um, and yeah, I mean, I'll tell you a little bit before I sign off here, a little bit about my story, my personal story, with both with and without A Course in Miracles. What led me to A Course in Miracles? It's a very long and involved story, and all of our stories probably are, right, that we how we got to where we got to in our life. Um, I think when I think some of the most important aspects of my own journey was the having a very, I would say, very lovely childhood, very happy childhood in many ways, most ways. And then right when I was 11, my parents separated and they ultimately divorced. And it was a very messy separation and divorce, very traumatic for me. And puberty and teenage years was traumatic, and um, something that I kind of didn't ever think I was going to be able to um, get out of, right? The trauma of it all, or I didn't think in those terms. I didn't think of it as trauma. I don't think at that time, but the psychological damage of it. Um, but when I was 19, I had this. I'm going to call it a heart opening. It was like falling in love. I fell in love when I was 19, um, and I connected to I would say, my true self in a way that I had not done, for most of my teenage years, and it brought me back home to what what the mind looks like when it's free of ego. And I was living there for for a time, a few months, and then I went back into the ego, and that began my conscious spiritual search as an adult, right? As a late teen, getting into my early 20s, and then I had been studying philosophy. I was already a very deep thinker, psychology, and then I ended up going to Israel. I ended up really getting into religion in a big way, and I went back to school, graduate school for religion and mysticism. Then I got into yoga. This is my mid 20s now, and yoga I found to be the most helpful thing in terms of my own personal journey, and had a very deep connection with yoga. 10 years later, to make a long story short, 10 years later, in my mid 30s, I began to explore the world of plant medicine, MDMA, and ayahuasca, and peyote. Not peyote actually, but San Pedro, which is also called Wachuma, and I began to um, mainly work with ayahuasca, and that was the next 10 years. And then mid 40s, I got into Course in Miracles. And A Course in Miracles, each stage of my own journey did something different. Right? When I got into yoga, I thought, this is it. Right? This is all I need. Right? This is in a way, it is right. It is all you need.